with everyone.
Hi everyone! Hello, hello, hello! Welcome along to Baby Moo, and we are off to the park, but it's a rainy day. So this is a rainy day at the park session for your baby, your newborn or your confident sitter. So this session is perfect for newborns right up to waffly walkers. Now toddlers, you guys can get involved as well, remember. You know all your moves to adapt them to a toddler session, or you can play along with a dolly or with a teddy or with your baby sibling, whatever you have. You can get involved with this. You can be the grown-up or you can play with a baby or a teddy, whichever you prefer. Right then, let's get going, shall we? My name's Lisa, this is baby Sharon, and welcome to Moo Music Plymouth. So let's get going. We're going to start as we always do. We always open and close each session with the same few songs. Throughout this session, we're going to think a lot about visual tracking, auditory tracking. We're going to encourage baby to follow sights and sounds. We've got a little bit of sensory play going on as well. Here you can see that I have got my sensory foil in front of me, which is nice and scrunchy and reflects the light beautifully. We've of course got our pom-poms. I've got a little drum that makes a nice thunder sound, or I can tickle it to make a nice pitter-patter sound for our raindrops when it starts raining on Maggie Moo's meadow. I've got my milkshake shaker, and of course we're going to need our bodies for this one as well, because we're going to head off to the park. We're going to go on the slide, we're going to go on the seesaw, and we'll need you to be lifting baby up for that part. Right then, gang, shall we go for it? Welcome along, let's get going. If you are all ready, here we go. We need to clap those hands. Now remember, you're physically taking your baby's hands and making this clapping motion for them. We're building up these brain to body part connections. They need to know what signals to send from their brain to their body parts to make these movements. And the best way for them to learn that is for you to physically show them the movements they have to make. Here we go then. So we're going to do some jumping. So give baby a little lift under the arms and a little bounce.
Ready to jump, 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 jump.
Jumpity jump, 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 jumpity jump. Now remember, lots of eye contact with baby, then smiles, make them feel nice and safe and secure in the environment. Yay! Well done, baby Sharon. Let's lay you back down and we'll clap these hands again.
Is everybody here?
Are we ready to start? Yes, we're here and we're ready to start. Is everybody here? Are we ready to start? Yes, we're here and we're ready to start. Right then, now we're going to give baby a wiggle and shake. If baby's laying in front of you, you can just wiggle their hips, give their hips a rock. Or if your baby's sitting up, you can give them a lift under the arms again and a little wiggle. Shakity shake, 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 shake. Well done, everyone. Shaking. You okay, baby Sharon? Is that fun? Here we go, let's jump.
Jump, jump, jump.
Jumpity jump. Jump, 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 jumpity jump. Now baby will be about 2 to 2.5 before they develop the plyometrics to physically push themselves off the ground. This is all about building up the muscles in those little legs, the coordination, and of course those signals from the brain to their body parts. We're making all these connections. Let's clap these hands again. Yes, we're here and we're ready to start. Is everybody here? Are we ready to start? Yes, we're here and we're ready to start. Right, we've done our jumping, we've done our shaking, now we're going to stamp these little legs. So you're going to take baby's legs, you're going to tap opposite legs. We're getting the left and right hemispheres of those legs working together. That's going to help us with the coordination we need for crawling and for walking. Well done, guys. Here we go. Are we ready to shake? Let's go. Shakity shake. Shake, 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 shakity shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shakity shake. Shake, 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 shakity shake. Let's jump. Last one. Woohoo! Jumpity jump. Jump, 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 jumpity jump. Well done, guys.
Jump, jump,
Jump, jump, jump.
jumpity jump. Jump, 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 jump.
Jumpity jump. Yee-hee! Well done, everyone. Right then, next up, you need your egg shaker. We're going to do our morning stretches now. So we're going to start in baby's eye line if they're laying down in front of you. Move this egg shaker up and down and left and right. Encourage them to follow it with their eyes and with their ears. It might take them a few weeks to grasp onto this. But when they get there, they'll hopefully start following it, and eventually they'll start reaching out and trying to grab it. When they get to that stage, they're hopefully beginning to think about sitting up. So you're going to encourage baby to sit up, hold the egg shaker in their hands, put your hand over their hand if you need to, and move their arm for them. We're thinking about cause and effect here. If they move their arm, the egg creates a sound and a vibration. We've got some word association going on in this song. We're going to mention our eyes, our hair, and our arms. When we mention these body parts, touch them on your little one's body and repeat the word to them. Word association, body awareness. Always talking away to your baby, telling them everything and anything as you go about your day-to-day business. Right, let's go for it then. Let's get these egg shakers ready. Here we go. Shake, 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 shake. Are you ready, Sharon? Now remember, the whole time, eye contact, big smiles, talking directly to your baby.
Wake up, good morning.
Good morning.
Another day is here. Wake up, good morning.
Good morning.
Another day is here. We're going to stretch these arms up. Where are your arms? Look at those arms. There they are. Should we rub your eyes?
Rub your eyes and ruffle your
Those lovely
hair.
eyes and ruffle your beautiful hair.
Start this
Well
brand
done.
new
Should we have a
day
big yawn?
with
Let's get a big
big yawn.
stretch. Ah.
Wake up, good morning.
So remember, if you're a newborn, they have no real awareness of their limbs. So it's good for you to take those limbs and move them around for them, manipulate them in different ways, building up that awareness for them and their muscles, and eventually the control that they'll have of their own body.
Stretch your
Here we
arms
go,
up
stretch
in
those
the
arms up.
air.
Up, 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 up. Now rub your
Rub
eyes.
your eyes and ruffle your
Your
hair.
hair. Wow, there's your hair.
Start
Should we
this
have a nice
brand
big
new
yawn
day
again?
with a big yawn.
Well done. Here we go. Shake,
Wake
shake,
up,
shake.
good morning.
Good morning.
Another day is here.
Another day is here.
Wake up, good morning.
Good morning.
Another day is here.
Another day is here.
Oh, well done, gang. That was wonderful. Right then, next up, we need our pom-poms. Now, hopefully you've all got your own pom-pom, or you can make your own pom-pom using some wrapping paper or tissue paper or just any paper you have. Grab it at the top, tape it round, a few sheets of it, and then just slice up to it to give you some nice shaky pom-poms. So hopefully you've all got a little pom-pom or something you use. If you don't have a pom-pom, you can just use your scarf for this one, your juggling scarf, or a muzzy, whatever you have. We're thinking about baby's visual tracking with this one. Pom-poms are a lovely little sensory tool. They feel nice and ticklish. They're nice and bright, so they're great for that visual tracking, and they sound nice and rustly, so they're great for that auditory tracking too. We've got a little bit of word association going on with this one. We're going to mention those hips, those feet, and those arms. When we do, tickle them on your baby's body and tell them the name of that body part. You can do that throughout this song. Tickle their tummy. Where's your tickly tummy? Where's your tickly head? There it is, your head. Where's your tickly hands? There's your hands. So talking to baby the whole time, telling them the names of their body parts as you tickle them. Again, if baby's beginning to sit up, encourage them to hold that pom-pom. Put your hand over theirs if you need to, and move their arm for them. Again, we're thinking about cause and effect. If they move their arm, the pom-pom creates a sound and a movement. Right, let's go for it. This is a lovely upbeat one, so nice big smiles, lots of eye contact with baby. A real good, feel-good song this one is. Here we go, let's go for it. Shake, shake, shake! Woo-hoo! Now toddlers, if you're taking part, remember we need your wiggly hips, your stamping feet, and you need to move your arms up in the air. Do the oogie boogie. Woo-hoo!
Do the oogie boogie with me.
Do the oogie boogie. Well done, everyone.
Do the oogie
Here we go, baby
boogie.
Sharon. You're following the pom-pom.
Do
There you go.
the
Sweet
oogie
as it.
boogie.
Well done. Now then, where are those tickly hips? Tickle, tickle, squish your hips.
Wiggle
All the
your
way down
hips
to
and
those feet.
stamp
Look
your
at those
feet.
feet.
Wave
Move
your arms in
you
the
grab the pom-pom. You grab it with
air.
those
Get
arms.
it all
Well
groovy with
done.
a swinging beat.
Woohoo!
Dance like you just don't care.
So do the oogie boogie. Do the oogie boogie with me. Do the oogie boogie. Well done, guys.
Do the
Shake,
oogie
shake,
boogie with
shake.
me.
Well done. Here we go. Let's have a little tickle from the top of our head to the tip of our toes.
Shimmy down to the floor.
Tickle, 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 tickle.
Turn around and shake your
Well
stuff. Do boogie some more.
So do the oogie boogie. Do the oogie boogie with me. Do the oogie boogie. Do the oogie boogie with me. Do the oogie boogie. Do the oogie boogie with me. Do the oogie boogie. Do the oogie boogie with me. Ah, well done, wonderful stuff. Right then, we are going to head out today. We're going to head to the park. Remember the park? Isn't that a wonderful place? Hopefully we'll get back there soon. But we're going to go there in our imaginations today. So we're going to head off to the park and we're going to go round and round the roundabout, up and down the seesaw, in and out the climbing frame and down the slide. Now I'm going to show you all those actions a little bit later, but for now we have to get ready to go out. So we're going to be putting on our shoes, putting on our coat, getting in our car, going for a drive, not forgetting our teddy. Lots of little actions for this one. All you need is a little shaker and we're going to shake it on the relevant parts of our body when we get to that part of the song. Here we go then, let's go for it. Let's get ready to go out. Now you can give baby some tummy time for this one. With all their bits and bobs in front of them that you may have looked out. And let them have a little bit of tummy time.
When we go out, we've got to get ready.
Got to get ready when we go out.
When we go
Toddlers,
out,
if you're
we've got
taking
to
part,
get
perhaps you
ready.
have your
Got to get
wellies
ready
or
when
your
we
raincoats ready to go fun
Brush your
jumping. Where's your hair? Brush your hair.
Put your toys away.
Put your toys away.
Find your shoes.
Find your shoes. Put your feet.
If it's a
Put your shoes
rainy
on your
day,
feet. Yeah.
when we go out,
We've got to get ready. Got to get ready when we go out.
When we go out,
We've got to get ready. Got to get ready when we go out.
brush your
Brush your
hair.
hair. Where's your hair? Your hair in your head.
Put your toys
Put your
away.
toys away.
Find your
Find your
shoes.
shoes. Where are your shoes?
If it's
Oh,
a
your
rainy
boots. Let's get those shoes
day,
on, Rob.
when we go out,
We've got to get ready. Got to get ready when we go out.
When we go out, we've
Got to get ready. Got to get ready when we go out. Ready, Sharon? Here we go. We're going to put on our coat.
put on your
Where's your coat?
coat.
On your shoulders.
Now we're
Now we're
nearly
nearly
ready.
ready. We're getting in the car. Here we go. Don't forget your teddy.
Don't forget
Let's
your
go drive
teddy.
then.
When we go out,
We've got to get ready. Got to get ready when we go out.
when we go out,
We've got to get ready. Got to get ready when we go out.
when we go out,
We've got to get ready. Got to get ready when we go out.
when we go out, we've got to get ready.
Got to get ready when we go out. Oh, well done, everyone. So we're all ready for the park. Well done, gang. So we put our shoes on, we brushed our hair, we put our toys away. Well done, everyone. We got our coat on, we got our teddy, and we got in the car. So we're at the park now. Wow, there's lots going on at the park. So grown-ups, if you're up for it, stand up with baby for this one. Now, this is going to be awkward for me because of the angle I'm at, but you're going to stand up with baby. And when it comes to it, we're going to go round and round the roundabout. So you're going to go a little spin around with baby for round and round and the roundabout. You're going to go lift them up and down for the seesaw. So you can get a cheeky little squat in there if you're up for it. Up and down the seesaw. Then you're going to lift them in and out the climbing frame. So forwards and backwards, in and out the climbing frame. And then you can give them a little whoosh for down the slide. So this one's much easier if you're standing up. So we're going round and round the roundabout. So literally just spin round in a little circle with baby. You're going to go up and down the seesaw, in and out the climbing frame, and whoosh, down the slide. Does that sound good? Here we go then, gang. Let's go for it. If you're not up for that, that's absolutely fine. You can just keep laying baby down in front of you, or you can sit down and make the movements to go round and round the roundabout, up and down the seesaw, in and out the climbing frame, and down the slide. It does work much better if you're up on your feet. It's great to get yourselves moving around as well, obviously, and it gives baby just a different perspective of the world as well, rather than spending the whole session down on the floor. Right, let's go for it then. Let's head off to the park. Ready, Sharon?
Mommy, won't you take me to the park today? I want to go and have some fun.
Now, in a session
won't you
where we'd
take
all
me
be
to the park
together,
today?
we would normally
I
all be
wanna play
walking
with
round
seesaw.
We're going in and out.
In and out the
Let's go down
clammy
the
frame,
slide.
down
Whoosh.
the slide.
Here we go.
Mummy, won't you
Slow
take
baby
me
again.
to
Have
the
a little
park
dance
today?
with them. Hopefully you're up
Go
on your
and have
feet.
some fun.
Now we'd be
Mummy,
walking
won't
around
you
in a
take
big
me to
circle
the
in the
park
station with
today?
everyone that's
I
taking
wanna
part.
play with
And then we'd
everyone.
spin back round the other way for this one. Letting all the babies see each other. Here we go. Are we ready to go round and round the roundabout?
We go round and round the roundabout,
Up and down.
up and down the seesaw,
In and out.
in and out the clammy frame, down the slide.
Here we go
We
again.
go
Round
round
and
and
round.
round the roundabout,
Up and down.
up and down the
Let's go in and out.
seesaw, in and out the
And
clammy
down the
frame,
slide.
down the slide.
Well done.
Mommy, won't you take me to the park today? I wanna
Now for the
go and have
toddlers, as
some
you can
fun.
imagine, this is a really active
Mommy,
little
won't you
song.
take me
So
to
as
the park
you progress with
today?
baby
I
from
wanna play
newborn
with
into baby
everyone.
move, into mini
Daddy, won't you
move,
take me
toddler
to the
group,
park
we get them
today?
doing all these
I wanna
movements
go and have
themselves. So they're
some
jumping
fun.
up and down, they're spinning in a
Daddy,
circle,
won't you take
they're
me to
jumping
the
in and
park
out,
today?
and they're doing a
I
big
wanna
whoosh
play with
down the slide. So
everyone.
we're using up lots of energy in the toddler session for that little song. Wow, we made it to the park and we've been playing beautifully on all the equipment at the park. But uh-oh, I can feel some raindrops. So it's a good job we got ready before we left the house. Hopefully we've got our coats and our welly boots on, so we're well equipped for that lovely rain falling in the park. We can still have some fun. We could go puddle jumping, can't we? But let's listen out to that rain. Now I've got a little drum here that's got some little shaky bits inside it that I can give a little tap to. So any instruments you've got will do for this one. Again, ideally different from the egg shaker that you use, because we're trying to introduce different sounds and pitches and volumes and tones to baby. So a different instrument, but it can be any instrument, and we're going to try and make a little pitter-patter sound. So again, you're encouraging baby to follow that sound with their eyes and with their ears if they're laying down in front of you. If you've got a nice confident sitter, encourage them to manipulate the instrument. So we're thinking about their hand-to-eye coordination and their gross motor skills for this one, as well as their fine motor skills. So for example, with this drum, I'm going to put my hand over Sharon's hand, encourage her to hold the drum, and put my hand over her other hand to encourage her to hit the drum. So again, this is all about building up those brain to body part connections, the signals they've got to send, those connections they've got to make in their brain in order to manipulate their bodies the way that they want to. That doesn't come naturally to baby, they have to be physically shown how to do it. So take baby's hand and put your hand over theirs to show them how to make this movement. Before you know it, they'll be making it independently. They might already be doing it. So let them, if you've got a few instruments, let them play around with these, experiment with the sounds, the volumes, the pitches, the motor skills that it requires in order to affect these instruments. Right, here we go. Let's listen out for that rain then. Shh, what can we hear? Can you hear the rain? I'm going to grab my water when we're raining.
Pitter patter pitter goes the rain on the window. Boom 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 goes the thunder in the sky. Splish splash splish go the puddles in the playground. Can you tell me why? The weather is cold, the weather is hot, the weather is wet, and then it's not. The world has got all kinds of weather. Let's see today what weather we've got.
Well done. Tap, tap, tap.
Woo, woo, woo goes the wind in the autumn. Shine, shine, shine goes the sun when it's fine. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle goes the snow in the winter. That's a
You would
favourite
think I
of
would know the words by now.
mine.
Apparently not.
The weather is cold, the weather is hot, the weather is wet, and then it's not. The world has got all kinds of weather. Let's see today what weather we've got.
Have a look out your window and tell me, what's the weather like today? Are there clouds in the sky? Is the sky nice and blue? Can you see lots of blue up there today? Is it raining? Can you see some raindrops falling from the sky? Is it windy? Can you see trees nearby? moving around in the wind. It's a great way to start the day with your baby. Talk away to them about the weather, even your tiny little newborn. It's another nice habit to get into and an excuse to talk to them. So have a look out the window in the morning, talk to them about the colour of the sky. Is it grey? Is it blue? Are there clouds? Is it clear? Are the trees moving? Is it windy? Is it raining? Can you see puddles out there? Just chit chat away to baby. Apart from anything else, they love the sound of your voice. But these are great ways to encourage them, even their head control, encourage them to look up to the sky to see how it looks, to look down below on the ground in the puddles when you're out for a walk. Just chit-chatting away. You'll be amazed at all the different benefits there are to this and how simple it is a way to teach your baby. And of course, bond with them. The more you talk to them now, the better the vocabulary is going to be when they get older. But more than that, at this stage, when you've got a tiny newborn, they'll just love the sound of your voice, and it's a deep comfort for them. Right then, so we've been playing in the rain. We've been playing in the park equipment. We got all dressed up. We got in the car and we're here. Well, it's a shame to waste all these lovely puddles now, isn't it? Let's do some puddle jumping. So I have got my lovely sensory blanket in front of me. Now we do sell these guys as part of our bundles. They're £3 each, but you can get them online. You don't have to buy them from us. They are, if you search for foil blanket, sensory blanket, or emergency blanket, because generally all they are first aid blankets, or they're like blankets you would get at the end of a marathon to keep your body warm or stop you going into shock. They're huge. They're nice big. They're about the size of a single duvet. So they're nice and big. You can cut them up and pop them in your sensory baskets, or you can leave them whole and pop some toys on top of them. Generally, your baby will love them. So you can give them a bit of tummy time on there and let them just explore. They'll kick away at their legs to hear the sound that it makes. They'll scrunch it up with their hands. The light will be reflecting off it all the time, so it will stimulate their sight as well. Or you can sit them under it and pop their little legs under that foil there and let them just scrunch around and play in it there. Or you can lift them up and give them a little jump, jump, jump. Even if you don't have any foil, you might have a blanket down. You could even grab some tin foil from the kitchen, any scrunchy bags, tie the bags, roll them up and tie the carrier bags with a knot in the middle so that they can't get them over their heads or anything silly like that. So pull them with a big knot in the middle, but they're still going to make that nice scrunchy sound. And let's go puddle jumping. You can even get your bubbles out for this one, for some raindrops. Here we go.
Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. Got my wellies and my Macintosh. Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh.
Here we go, Sharon. I'm ready to tell me time there.
Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. I'm wet through and
Toddlers,
so
if you're there at
are
home,
you.
you're jumping
Let's
around
go
in your
puddle
puddles.
jumping,
So you
splish,
can jump
splash,
forwards or backwards, jump side to side, pretend you've got lots of puddles. You could jump in a big circle all the way around your room. Use your legs, bend your legs and jump up high. See how high you can jump in your puddles. Well done.
Let's
I
go
think I'm
puddle
gonna get some bubbles
jumping,
out for Big
splish,
Sean
splash,
now.
splosh. Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. Got my wellies and my Macintosh. Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. Let's go puddle jumping, splish, splash, splosh. We couldn't get wetter, oh my gosh. I think we need a shower and a wash.
Well done, everyone. Wow. Well then, after all that playing in the puddles and playing at the park, I'm a little bit thirsty. I don't know about you. I think we should have a nice milkshake. What do you think? So a milkshake shaker we've used quite a lot during our at-home session. So hopefully you've all got something along the lines of this. All this is some coloured rice and some pom-poms thrown in a plastic bottle. So really easy to make at home. If you've got an empty bottle or a container, chuck some pasta in there, some rice, some scrunched up noodles, and it makes a lovely shaky sound. So we're going to think about up, up, up with this one for your baby. So if your baby's laying down in front of you, start in an eye line and move up, up, up. Now remember, we're going babies up, not your up, okay? So move it up in your baby's eye line to encourage their eyes to lift up. And if baby's sitting up, You're going to start again in the eye line and move it up, up, up. So we're thinking about baby's head control here. We're trying to get them to look up and follow this bottle without falling over. So we're thinking about their balance and their head control, and we're encouraging them to look up. Now, babies and toddlers tend to look in their eye line and look down. They need a little bit of encouragement to raise that head and discover the world above them. So we're going to have a nice milkshake. We're going to have a smoothie, and we're going to have a nice cold slushie. Now, toddlers, if you guys are getting involved in this session, remember you're scrunching down really low on the ground. And then you're going to go bubble, bubble, bubble to the top. Come all the way up, straighten your bodies up, put your arms above your head and stretch up as high as you can. See how high you can get your bubble, bubble, bubble going. And then come all the way back down again. Remember, bubble, bubble, bubble to the top. So all the way down on the ground, standing up, stretching your arms up. Here we go then, gang. Let's go for it. Shake, shake, shake. Here we go. Now don't forget your eye contact, your big smiles. Chit chat to baby throughout the session. Here we go. We're going to have a milkshake. Come on then. Let's have a nice
I'm a milkshake. I'm a milkshake.
I go bubble, bubble, bubble to the top. I'm a milkshake. I'm a milkshake. I go bubble, bubble, bubble to the top. Woo!
I'm a milkshake.
I'm a milkshake. Let's go.
I go bubble, bubble, bubble to the top.
I'm a milkshake. I'm a milkshake. I go bubble, bubble, bubble to the top. Well
Do the
done,
milkshake.
guys. Have a little bit of freestyle now, toddlers. Let's see you dance around. Get ready for your smoothie.
I'm a smoothie. I'm a smoothie.
I am fruity, fruity, fruity to the top. Well done. So we're starting down low, toddlers. And then rise up. Here we go.
I'm fruity, fruity, fruity to the top. Your turn. I'm a smoothie. I'm a smoothie.
I am fruity, fruity, fruity to the top.
I'm a smoothie.
I'm a smoothie. I am fruity, fruity, fruity to the top.
The smoothie. Feeling slushy. I'm a slushy. I'm a slushy. I go icy, icy, icy to the top.
I'm a slushy.
I'm a slushy. I go icy, icy, icy to the top. Your turn.
I'm a slushy.
I'm a slushy.
Here we go, let's
I
go.
go icy, icy, icy to the
Well
top.
done.
I'm a slushy.
I'm a slushy. I go icy, icy, icy to the top. Let's go
I go
fruity,
fruity, fruity, fruity to the top.
let's go bubble, bubble,
I go
bubble.
bubble, bubble, bubble to the top.
Oh, well done, gang. That was wonderful. Right then, I think it must be bubble time by now. So we always end on the same 3 songs at Moo Music. We do our bubble song, our sleep wake up song, and then our goodbye song when the lovely Maggie Moo would come round and give you all a sticker and a high five. So we'll do the bubble song and the sleep wake up song. I've got a lovely bubble machine here. Hopefully you guys have all got some bubbles at home. Bubbles are a wonderful little sensory tool for all stages. When your baby is a teeny tiny, they won't even be able to see the bubbles. They'll be about 3 months old before they can even see the bubbles. There's not enough colour or contrast in them up until that point. Then after, you'll see they'll all of a sudden start tracking and following a bubble, maybe only for a second or two, and that's when you can tell they can then see those bubbles, and they'll track them more and more as time goes on. And as they get a bit bigger again, they'll start using their hands to try and reach out and grab those bubbles. So that's their hand-to-eye coordination starting to kick in there. And they'll start off just slapping and grasping at the bubbles. But before you know it, hopefully, they'll be using their little index finger to try and pop those bubbles. When they're laying here like this, you can use the little toes to try and pop the bubbles. Again, talk to them about their bodies. Oh, here comes a bubble on your nose. Oh, there's a bubble going to land on your chin. Oh, here's a big bubble on your tummy tum-tum, and give them a little tickle. So talking away the whole time with this one. Toddlers as well, we use this as a little counting exercise. So we encourage the toddlers to count how many bubbles they can pop. So we count all the way up to 10 during this song in the toddler group. And we encourage them to move around as much as possible with this and think about their balance. So we get them balancing on one leg to pop the bubbles with the other foot. We get them stretching up nice and high to pop the bubbles just as they hit the ceiling. And we get them crouching down as low as they can to pop the bubbles just before they hit the carpet. So lots going on with this bubble song. Right from this point where we're thinking about their visual tracking to when they're toddlers, when we're getting them to think about their body awareness, their balance, stretching and using that energy as well, of course. Right then, let's go for it. Let's get these bubbles out. There we go. You usually all love the bubbles as well. Once you can get their eyes on them, this is a surefire way to get a lovely big smile out of a baby. Here they come, Sharon.
Bubbles are fun.
You got the bubble on your nose.
Bubbles are fun
There's a bubble
for
on your
everyone. Bubbles are
Should we
fun.
use your fingers?
Bubbles
Where's your
are
fingers?
fun.
Should we pop the
Bubbles
bubbles
are
with your
fun
fingers?
for
There we are.
everyone. Blow them
Use
in
your
the
knees. Let's use your
air.
knees to pop the
Blow
bubbles. Use
them
your knees. There
everywhere.
we go.
Blow them in the air. Watch
No,
them
baby.
pop or fly away. Bubbles are fun. Bubbles are fun. Bubbles are fun
For everyone.
Bubbles are fun.
Bubbles are fun.
Bubbles are fun for
Here they come.
everyone.
Oh, wow. Look at those bubbles, Sharon. Toddlers, are you remembering to stretch up high to pop those
Blow
bubbles?
them in
Crouch
the
down low to
air.
pop them.
Blow them
And you balance on one leg to pop those bubbles.
Blow them
Can you
in
pop
the
them with different
air.
body parts? Can you pop some with your
Them
elbows?
pop or fly
Catch them on your
away.
scrunched up
Bubbles
nose?
are fun.
Can you use your
Bubbles
chin?
are fun.
Can you use your bum
Bubbles are
bum? Shake your
fun
hips
for
and use your bum bum to pop those bubbles.
Bubbles are fun. Bubbles are fun.
Bubbles are fun for everyone.
Bubbles are fun.
Bubbles are fun. Bubbles are fun for everyone. Bubbles are fun. Bubbles are fun
Bubbles are fun
for everyone. Oh, well done, gang. Lovely stuff. Right then, so we've done our bubble song. Now we're going to have a nice little snooze. So hopefully baby's laying down in front of you here. You're going to need your juggler scarf or a muzzy or a blanket or a tea towel, whatever you have. And you're going to give baby a little tickle where they're laying down. This one's a little bit like sleeping bunnies. You're going to pretend to be sleeping. And when we hear the cocker, we're going to lift baby up. So you're going to give them a gentle lift, sitting them upright with their head and shoulders supported, and give them a nice little bounce. So this gets them from a laying down position to an upright position fairly quickly. That's getting the fluids in the inner ear swirling around, which is great for the sense of balance and gravity. And this song is also great for baby's sense of anticipation. So anticipation is not something we're born with, but playing games like this and games like peekaboo really helps your baby develop their sense of anticipation and be able to problem solve and work out what's coming next. And that is applied so much in everyday life that you and I just don't even notice. So for example, if a door is closing, you will naturally anticipate that that door is going to make a noise when it finally closes, when it slams shut. A baby can't anticipate that. They can't anticipate that movement. That's why they're so jerky and so startled all the time. So playing little games like this helps develop your baby's sense of anticipation. Right then, let's go for it. Toddlers, get your pillow, lay down, close your eyes, have a little snooze, and listen out for that cockerel, toddlers, okay?
Time to sleep. Time to sleep. Lay down on the floor. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Now it's time to snore.
Ready?
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Time to get out of bed, run around your sleepy head. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Time to get out of bed, run around.
you guys all enjoyed it. I hope your baby is suitably tired out now and they have a nice snooze and you can get a hot cup of tea. Toddlers, I hope you guys enjoyed that, whether you were pretending to be a grown-up with your baby or getting involved. There are loads more sessions here on our YouTube channel. Hopefully we find out this Sunday the Prime Minister's plan to get us out of here. So we really don't know what that means for us in terms of reopening our sessions, when that might be. We figure we're probably going to be one of the last to open up because it's obviously quite tricky to socially distance toddlers. But we'll see what the Prime Minister says on Sunday. But for as long as we're locked down, we will keep bringing you live sessions. Now, you guys could do us a huge favour. The main thing we need to do just now is let everyone know that we are alive and kicking. Moo Music is here to stay, and it is not a question of if we reopen, it is when we reopen. In order to help us, please share the links to these videos on your own social media channels. Share them far and wide and let your friends know how great we are and how much you enjoy your sessions with your little ones, and encourage them to come along when we do reopen. Leave us a review on Google. We now have a profile on Google there, and if you're really missing the cafe, you can take a virtual tour through the cafe on Google. And Facebook as well. We've opened up the reviews section on our Facebook page, so please do leave us some positive feedback on there. These are all things you can do that won't cost you a penny but will hugely benefit our business and really help our reputation and help our brand awareness, and to let people know that we are still going strong. We miss you all loads, everyone. We really, really, really do. We're always seeing videos and pictures of your babies on our Facebook feed. Oh, it makes me emotional thinking about it. And they're all growing up so much. Loads of them are taking their first steps, saying their first words. And it's quite moving for us. We miss you loads, and we hope to see you all very soon. Take care, everyone. Stay safe, and hopefully we see you in the flesh soon. Mwah. Bye.